Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg is visiting the Lowcountry today with stops all around the Charleston area, and he's meeting with local leaders. Nick Reagan has been following him all day and joins us live from his latest stop in North Charleston. Nick, tell us the purpose of this visit.
Well, yeah, guys, it's these electric buses. It's a good example of why Secretary of Transportation Pete Buttigieg is here in Charleston. He's touting the president's infrastructure bill that will fund a network of electric car charging stations, as well as many of the roads that those cars and these buses will travel on. Now, his trip includes several other stops. Earlier today, he was at the Wando Welch terminal at the South Carolina ports, where he met employees, and later he will be at the Charleston airport. Now, he's meeting with CARTA leaders right now, talking about the Lowcountry rapid transit system that will take riders from Somerville to Charleston. He said in August, his department approved the final hurdle before funding is officially announced. But when it is, Buttigieg says they are prepared to throw nearly $400 million at the project. Earlier today, I spoke with him one-on-one as he toured the Wando Welch terminal. I asked him if the White House's goal of having 50% of car sales be electric vehicles by 2030 is realistic in this state.
Well, we think it's very important to hit these goals because this is where the automotive industry is already headed. But we've got to make sure we do it quickly enough that it's the U.S. and not China or some other country leading the way. The legislation that has been passed is going to make that possible.
Now, his visit has brought out all sorts of leaders, including the mayor of Charleston, John Tecklenburg, as well as the mayor of North Charleston, Mayor Keith Summey. Now, right now, like I said, he is headed over to the airport where he'll speak with more leaders and see more employees. We'll have a whole lot more with our one-on-one conversation with him tonight at 7 o'clock. Reporting in North Charleston, Nick Reagan, Live 5 News.
South Carolina is set to receive more than $1.2 billion from President Joe Biden's Build Back Better infrastructure bill, and even more money could be on the way. That's money that will be invested to improve how people and goods move around the state.
Well, today, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg was in Charleston to tour major transportation centers and meet with local leaders. And Nick Reagan spoke with the secretary exclusively in a one-on-one interview to find out how that money is working for the Lowcountry.
Planes, trains, automobiles, and ports. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg touting the president's $1.2 trillion infrastructure plan starting at the Wando Welch terminal this morning alongside Representative James Clyburn.
This is a vision to strengthen America's economy, and with what we've seen, for example, with supply chains, I think everybody knows how important it is to move goods as well as people as effectively as we can.
The bill passed last year means big bucks for South Carolina. As of July, the state has already received $950 million for roads and bridges, $60 million for water quality projects, and $71 million for public transit.
We got bipartisan support in both the House and the Senate, and we produced what I think is one of the best infrastructure bills since Dwight Eisenhower's Interstate Highway.
A key piece of the legislation revolves around developing a network of electric car charging stations as part of the White House's effort to address climate change. Much of that energy will still come from burning fossil fuels, but Buttigieg defends the effort to go green.
Even if your electricity is coming from fossil fuels, it's still more efficient to generate that electricity at a plant and then put the electrons into the car rather than combusting it individually in millions of individual engines.
Buttigieg says electric vehicles also have the benefit of reducing our dependence on foreign oil.
Our energy mix is becoming more and more geared toward domestic, American-made clean energy. And the more we move in that direction, the less we have to worry about what's going on in Middle Eastern countries making decisions that affect our pocketbooks here at home.
In Charleston, Nick Reagan, Live 5 News.